Hey up campers, welcome back to the channel. Right, in this video I'm going to give you a quick update as to where I am with revalidating my NPPL license, which is getting uncomfortably close to the wire. But more importantly, I get to fly something very different to what you will normally see me flying on this channel. So if you want to see something different, stick around and make sure you stay around to the end, because my landing was so spectacular it drew comment from those that were watching.
Hey Paul, have you been having landing lessons from Ryanair?
Okay, if you've been following along the last few weeks, you'll know that I'm having a bit of a problem trying to revalidate my NPPL license, which has been well documented and subject to my previous videos. If, however, you are new to the channel, then firstly, welcome. And secondly, just for you, is our Graham with a quick reminder. When I went through the paperwork the other day, I saw that my license is due for revalidation at the end of June this year, so not that far away. But you must have flown 6 hours in the previous 12 months. In the last 12 months, I've not flown at all. I only need to have a problem with the aircraft that grounds me, and all of a sudden that 6 hours could become an issue. Things have gone tits up. I've had a bit of a setback. The exhaust manifold has basically failed and let go and detached itself from the cylinder head, which would explain why things got very, very loud all of a sudden. So I've got 1 hour, 5 minutes left to get my logbook, and now my premonition has come true and I've not got an aircraft to do it in. It says on order, delay from 2 weeks. I've ordered it. When it'll arrive, God knows. I just hope it arrives in time. If it doesn't arrive in time, then I've got issues and I need to try and come up with something else, some other way of getting myself out of this problem. So I don't know what's going to happen next. Stay tuned. Okay, so quick update then. Firstly, still no sign of my exhaust. That is somewhere between Italy and France and the UK. I don't know where. There's been a number of emails exchanged between QuizAero, the manufacturer in Italy, Microlight, the supplier in France, and myself. Bottom line, I'm assured that the parts are on the way, and I'm assured that they're going to be the right parts. We will see when they arrive. When they do arrive, I'll do an unboxing video. I've never done an unboxing video before, so that'll be a first. And I'll also do a video, hopefully, showing me fitting the exhaust and test flying it if it all fits and works. So, anyway, back to the mission in hand, and that is that I've still got to get 65 minutes in my logbook, and I haven't got anything to do it in. I must say at this point, I did have a number of offers from various people offering to loan me their aircraft to fly those 65 minutes. So those people watching this video, you know who you are. I've sent you messages individually, but I just want to say a big thank you. The Microlight community is a great bunch of people that are willing to help each other out when the chips are down, and that's one of the things I like about it. So thank you very, very much. One person in particular, though, came to my help, and that was Mark Hilton, who is the chief flying instructor at Micro Training. I'll tell you more about them a bit later on. But I sent him a message to explain my predicament, and he was only too willing to jump to my aid and basically said that I can borrow anything of his and go and fly in it. So that's what I did. So let's go to Darley Moor and see how I got on. Clear prop. So I'm back at Darley Moor, and I've got this for the evening. Have a look at that. There we go. So Mark has very graciously let me borrow this for the evening and told me to go and take it flying. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick a camera on the control bar. There's not going to be a camera on the wing because it needs a mod in order to do that, and this aircraft hasn't got one. So there'll only be a bit of control bar footage, but it'll be interesting to see how this flies, having not flown one of these for 2 years. So let's see how I get on. Okay, slightly unfamiliar surroundings. See if I can remember how to start it. I know this aircraft's got a few more things than my aircraft, so I need to be a little bit careful. So, checklists, stamp, pre-start checks. Right, helmet is secure, harness is secure, shoulder strap is secure, that's important. T, throttle, hand throttle, got a hand throttle. And that is at idle, choke is off. Trim, that is set for takeoff. Area, I am in a safe place to start. So M, master switch. Oh, can you tell I'm nervous? Master switch, magnetos, and clear prop. It starts.
Right, so I need to wait for the oil temperature to get up to 50 degrees. I do remember that. So 1004. I've got QFE and QNH to worry about as well. Don't have any of that nonsense on my aircraft. Right, so I am going to be leaving the circuit, so I need to set this to QNH. So airfield height is 580 feet. So 580 feet is set. Oh, this is all very exciting. Let's do a bit of a chiff whap then. So controls. Oh, lovely and free in all directions. Harness is on and fastened. That's on, that's on. We are all secure. Instruments, right, I've got some instruments now. Airspeed is reading 0, that's what it should do. VSI is reading 0, that's what it should do. Compass is pointing where it should do. Altimeter is set at QFE. Fly data is working, temperatures are all good. I'm all looking good on the instrument front, and I've got trusty Sky Demon running as well. Fuel, I have got just over 35 litres on board. This, if I remember rightly, burns about 11 litres, 10 litres, 11 litres an hour. I'm going up for no longer than an hour and a half. I've got over 35 litres on board, so I've got sufficient fuel. Fuel filler cap is on and secure, and the fuel tap is open. Fuel T trim is set for takeoff. I'm not going to be touching that. And temperatures are all good. Wind and weather. Weather is looking fantastic. Area all clear for a power check. So we've got magnetos to check. If I remember rightly, it's up to about 3,000 RPM, 2.5, 3,000 RPM. Try and keep it steady. Mag drop, dropped about 100. Second one. Oh, I'm happy both mags are working. Right, that is it. Right, T-wave. Trim, set, wind and weather, fantastic. Area and awareness, there's nothing in the circuit. I can't see anything on downwind, nothing on crosswind, nothing on final. I can't hear anything on the radio, nothing, no other aircraft moving on the airfield. V, visor down. I wouldn't normally wear this visor in the Quantum, however, it's compatible with my cameras and my radio and stuff, so that's why I've got this one on. And E, eventualities. So if I don't make 5,000 RPM on the runway, which is full power, then I'll be aborted straight away. If I lose the engine after that and I've got sufficient runway ahead, I will be off the power, bar back for aerodynamic braking to slow me down, and on the brakes if I need to. If I lose the engine after takeoff but I've got sufficient runway ahead, then it will be bar back so I don't lose any airspeed and put it back down on the runway. And if I lose the engine after I haven't got enough runway left, and I'm looking at a field 30 degrees either side of runway centre line. I know there are fields the other side of those trees, so that's the eventualities. Right, let's go flying. Darley-Moore traffic, Golf November Bravo is entering runway 19 for immediate departure. Darley-Moore. Now I don't know which way to point the camera because I've only got the one. Do you want to look at the look of sheer terror on my face, or do you want to look at what I'm seeing? Oh, you might want to see my look of terror. I reckon that's probably going to be more entertaining. So let's stick for me for now. As I say, I've only got the one camera. Right. Darley-Moore traffic, Golf November Bravo, taking off at 19 grass. Darley-Moore. Right, let's go. There's full power. Takes off like a scalding cat. Wow. Wow. That's the difference between 36 brake horsepower, no 33 I've got, and 80. That's 500 feet already. Wow. Let me give you a shot of Darley-Moore from a Quantum. You can see that. Darley-Moore traffic, Golf November Bravo is departing the circuit to the north. Darley-Moore. Right, so this isn't going to be my normal type of flying video. Normally I've got one on the wing up there and I'll try and get some nice scenic stuff with a bit of music. I've only got the one camera for the reasons I've already explained. Just a couple of things I want to talk about. Firstly, I need to say a big thank you to Mark Hilton of Micro Training and Micro Aviation. because this is his aircraft and he has been very trusting and let me borrow it. I've explained my predicament to him and he's just said, whatever you want in the hangar, go and take it. Obviously his, not anybody else's, because that would be theft or twok. Anyway, without him I wouldn't be able to borrow this. He's just such a nice bloke. He's got a proper can-do attitude, and it's indicative of Microlight pilots in general. I think we help each other out. I was in stuck and he's done me a solid and helped me out massively, and that is the whole ethos of micro training and micro aviation. They've got a proper can-do attitude, so let me give them a plug because they deserve it. If you are in the Midlands region and you want to learn how to fly one of these, have a look at Micro Training. I'll put their details on the screen and down below. You can fly this, take lessons in this and learn how to fly. Mark Hilton took me on my first flying lesson in 2017, whenever it was, a long time ago, and if he can teach me how to fly, he can teach anyone how to fly. They have got a school at Darley Moor, which is just near Ashbourne. They've also got a school at Dairy House Farm, which is in Cheshire. And if you fancy a bit of sun in the summer, from November onwards, I think it is, they also have a training school based in Spain. All the details are on the website. I cannot recommend them highly enough. So if you're thinking of learning, give them a bit of a look at. Second thing I need to talk about, and that was just to address some of the comments that were left on a previous video. Firstly, when I was speaking about revalidating my license, I was talking about the requirements, and I mentioned about 12 hours in 24 months, 12 takeoffs, landings, 6 hours in the last 6 months, which is all true. And I didn't mention, I deliberately didn't mention, that if you want to keep the full Microlight rating on your license, i.e. to be able to fly something like this with a passenger, there is also an extra requirement that you fly 1 hour with an instructor in that 24-month period. If you satisfy all the other requirements, so you do the 12 hours in 24 months, 6 hours, yada yada yada, but you don't fly that hour with an instructor, then you can still revalidate your license, but you are restricted to single seat only, which I have done. I think in my first revalidation period, that's what I did. So yes, you do need to do an hour with an instructor. I have booked that, and I am going to do that because I've listened to the comments and it just makes a lot of sense every 2 years just to have your flying checked over by somebody who knows what they're doing, who can tell you where you're developing into bad habits, and just put you right. So I've listened to the comments, I've taken the advice, that is booked. I'm just bimbling along at 60 miles an hour, a little bit quicker than the 9. I'm on 2,500 feet, it's a glorious evening. Today is a good day. Mark, again, mate, I cannot thank you enough. I owe you a beer. Okay, so I'm just approaching Darley Moor. Got my
traffic into Romeo overhead. Turn into the...
Right, so I'm just approaching Darley Moor. I've got my altimeter set to QFV, ready for my overhead join. Let's see how this goes. So the question again, I've only got one camera. Do you want to see the look of terror on my face, or do you want to see the ground rushing up towards us? I think we'll go forward facing this time.
Temporary traffic into Romeo, no late downwind 429.
Darley Moor traffic, Golf November Bravo, just entering the overhead, will descend dead side 419 Darley Moor. Dolly traffic, Golf November Bravo, downwind 19, Dolly. Right, don't make a hash of this. It's not your aeroplane. Dollymore traffic, Golf November Bravo, turning final for 19 Dollymore.
Is everything okay with you, Paul? You look bigger.
Well, that was an arrival. Not the most graceful of arrivals, but acceptable. I think the issue there was, it's the sight picture was all different. I'm used to my arse being about 2 inches off the ground in the flylight trike, and obviously here I'm considerably higher up, so it just throws your sight picture out a little bit. I'm sure it'd come back with a bit of practice.
Hey Paul, have you been having landing lessons from Ryanair?
Oh dear. Well, you can't make an arrival like that and not expect to have the piss taken out of you. And back on the ground. 1910, engine off. Job done.